Crypto.XL. Let's go. Crypto.XL. Let's get it. Yeah. Come on. Let's get it. Crypto. All right, let's go. All right, so I wanted to come back with another video with some more information and alpha. Shout out to everyone out there in the interwebs. I hope all is well with you and your family. This is Crypto.XL. I will be embarking on this crypto journey with you, and you'll be able to see some of my plays, and we'll be able to ping pong ideas back and forth. Nothing I do is to be construed as financial advice. This is just me having fun, relaying my knowledge on the internet, and you following along with my journey. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. Okay, so as far as the market, and when we last left Bitcoin, Bitcoin was hovering around 63,200, and it's trying to rebound, trying to retrace and get some of the dumpage that has happened. And we are perfectly fine with it going sideways for a while because that'll give us a chance to accumulate, and it will also um, make us have a higher probability of having a normal 4 year cycle. We don't want a left shifted cycle with it ending early in 2025. We want it to last all the way to Q4 of 2025 because that will garner us more gains because we'll be able to accumulate even more coins, right? So I wanted to um, also follow up on my analysis of VIA because that was a concern that I've gotten from a lot of people. What's going on with VIA? More importantly, what's going on with the market in general? What's going on with DexCheck? DexCheck is way down. What's going on with these cryptos? And I'm looking at this as a tremendous buying opportunity. You cannot go wrong with DexCheck or VIA. Of course, there's many others, but the reason why I mentioned those is because many people missed the boat to get on a high tier or one of the highest tiers in either launchpad because the price was too high, right? DexCheck is a given. I'm just going to assume that those who know, and they've already been getting in because it's going to return phenomenal gains. It already has, and it's going to continue to, right? And I see the same potential in VIA. So looking at VIA, remember, guys, this was at a high of $2.80. Um, because of Bitcoin dumping and some dilution, the price has fallen all the way down to, I saw it at 55 cents on some exchanges, right? So now it looks like we're getting a small green candle here. Um, is it going to be a continued green candle or is it going to be short lived? Guys, that really doesn't matter because it's still, you see this $2.80, it's going to blow way past it. It's going to go to a phenomenally high price, right? And I've been buying the dips, especially around right here. Um, if you're not buying this dip, I mean, I cannot give up financial advice, but I mean, this is obvious at this point. Um, I like it. I like to put the odds in my favor. Everything is high risk, high reward, but the odds are more in my favor buying here instead of buying here. Right. Right now, I get 5 times the amount of coins with the same investment than if I was buying up here. So even if it goes down more, another 20, it could go down another 40%. I still have 5 times more of the coins than if I bought here. So absolutely, I've been accumulating. Are you kidding me? I wasn't on the IDO actually, but I'm still accumulating. Why? Because it's a launchpad, guys. It gives you access to private sales that are going to be doing 50x in the bull run. So why wouldn't I be accumulating? Of course, I'm accumulating. This is a fantastic project. It's AI. It fulfills the AI narrative. They're well connected. The teams of Change GPT, DexCheck, Dicubate, all these teams are connected. They have excellent leadership and they have a track record of success. So why would I not be accumulating? So when people are dumping their coins, I really don't understand. But shout out to you for seeing this video, and shout out to you for making smart decisions. You decide what's right for you. I'm only saying what's right for me because I cannot give financial advice, right? But if I were to take, let's see how much down did this thing go? Is all right. Here we go. Now I'm not the trading view official trading view guy. I'm not. But I'm a decent investor, all right? I'll put it that way. And when things are down 80%, when it's going to be one of the top projects or a top launch pad that's going to have some of the best, I was going to say IDO, but these are private sales, but they're going to have the private sales of the IDOs of the top launch pads, period. Like Change GPT is a top launch pad and they're connected with them. Dicubate is a top launch pad and they're connected with them. And they're going to give me access to the pre-sales. So absolutely I'm going to accumulate. And so with pre-sales, right? You wait a long time to get all of your tokens. Okay. So let's say um, we run into the bear market, I was going to say at a time point, we don't know, but let's say we get into it earlier than predicted. I would have still made all of my money back because I'm getting these cryptos at 70% off, right? So even if I get I'm able to sell half of them in a bull, I still made a tremendous amount of profit. That's the way I see it. That's the way I look at it. So to get back to my analysis of VIA, it's down 80% from the high. Of course, I'm accumulating, guys. It's down 80% from the highs. Okay, Crypto.XL, what if it goes down more? That's a risk I'm willing to take. If I buy here, right, and it goes down another 30%, I'm going to be buying again, guys. I'll buy again if it does that. What if it keeps going down? I'll buy a little bit more. I don't need that much money if I'm buying down here, right? Now, in a bull market, this is a great strategy. Why? Because in a bull market, these dips get eaten up and it comes all the way back here and then it goes 5x, right? But guess where I was accumulating? Down here. Okay. So my strategy, or this strategy right here, works wonders in a bull market. Now, if we were to go full bear and okay, before your cycle is broken and we just go into a recession or depression or something, well, guys, guess what? I can't I can't you know guess or assume that all of a sudden the world just goes into a depression, right? I'm not going to assume that. I will say that if should that happen now, then it breaks the 4-year economic cycle, not just for crypto, right? Because this 4-year cycle coincides with the United States elections. It coincides with Federal Reserve policy, with money printing, with quantitative easing and quantitative tightening, right? It coincides with the returns from the stock market, from the bond markets, from the equity markets, from the whole economic cycle, which also coincides with the real estate cycle. All of these things are cyclical. Why is it cyclical? What does it mean? It means that to a certain extent, what happens throughout our lifetime is based on cycles. If you look at even the cycles, the 4 seasons, right? Winter, spring, summer, fall, they're cyclical. If you look at the way nature works, everything is cyclical. You look at mosquitoes, you have the larvae turns to mosquito, they eventually lay eggs, those older mosquitoes die off, the new larvae. Everything is cyclical. Even the grass, when the grass dies and then winter, it's getting cold, winter comes, and then spring comes and grass, the seeds start to sprout up again, and then before you know it, the summertime, there's green everywhere. It's cyclical. everything is cyclical. Even the moon cycle, the earth revolving around the sun, or revolution on the earth, the spinning of the earth, the planet spinning around the sun, all of it is cyclical, including how we act here on the planet, right? Economic boom, economic bust, right? And how it all relates to the way our economy works. The fiat system, how long does a fiat currency last? It usually lasts for 100 years. Guess what? That's cyclical. And then another fiat currency takes over. It's all cyclical, right? So zooming, because that was a macro view, zooming back in, because now I have to go all the way from nature, from the solar system to nature, to economic cycles, to fiscal policy, zooming all the way into crypto, zooming all the way back into crypto, into Bitcoin. This is a 4-year cycle. 4-year cycle ends in 4 years. We are in year 3, right? So is this going to be the first cycle where the cycle only lasts to year 3? Well, it's never been that way before, ever, right? So why would I assume now that it's going to change? I'm going to assume that because now I'm in it. No, I'm not. I'm not going to assume that. I'm going to assume that we're still in a 4-year cycle. Okay. And I also, I'm going to have stop gaps in place, or breaks in place that should we end earlier than expected, maybe a month early, 2 months early, or whatever, that I'm still well off. I'm still okay. But assuming that it's a 4-year cycle, one of the biggest cryptos, there's going to be a lot of big cryptos, right? But one of the 100x projects are down 80%. I'm buying. It's that simple. It's down 80%. It's going to be a top project. And it gives you access, even if VIA itself doesn't perform the way I want. Let's say it does a 5x, right? Because dilution and all these other things, whatever thing you want to say why it's going to do a 5x. Basically, anything with like a $10 million market cap, to me, even with dilution, I mean, okay, so it has dilution. So it's not 10 million, it's really 60 million fully diluted. It's still 60 million, guys. It's still low. Of course I'm buying. It's down 80%. I don't have to really think too hard about that. But you get my mindset as to why I see it as an opportunity. Okay. Because I wanted to answer this question: what's going on with VIA, or what's going on with DexCheck? Guys, I'm finding money under the couch. If I were to go for a walk today and I found 25 cents on the floor, I'm going to pick up the 25 cents. I'm picking it up, guys. I'm picking up the quarter if I see a quarter on the floor. I'm going to be buying, because these things are at pennies, right? So I'm just going to buy a few more, right? What if it goes 100x, right? My 25 cents, hilariously now, is $25. And I know, oh, it's only $25. But still, it's free money. That's how I look at it. It's free. Of course I'm going to take it. Yeah, definitely. So let me get back to this particular crypto VIA and why I'm accumulating. I think I already said why. You get the message, but it's down 80%. We're in a bull market, so obviously it's going to return to 80% and go back up here. So going back up to the top, let's say from 60 cents to 280, whatever, to $3. That's a 5x, right? So I made 5 times my money by buying now, right? If it just goes back to here. But we're in a bull market. And in a bull market, I expect it to explode. So from here, it could do like another 20x from that, right? So to go back to here is a 5x, and then it is a 20x. That's 100x. So yeah, guys, I'm buying. And, 100x, should everything go right, and I would say 100x most likely under what we expect to happen, right? Taking my emotions out of it, pulling myself back and just looking at it analytically, what is possible. 100x is possible from this point because it's been devastated. The price has been completely devastated. It's been ravaged, right? So, I'm taking my chances there. To piggyback on my point, let's explore VIA. Let's explore the different tiers. You have the base tier, which is, okay, I'm going to go off memory here. Base tier is 200 points. I'm going to say points and not coins, and I'll explain it at the end. Um, Coins and points are similar, right? But you get the points by staking, and the longer you stake, the greater multiplier you have in your number of coins, right? So base tier is 200 points, bronze is 500, silver is 2,000, gold is 5,000, emerald is 10,000, and emerald elite is 15,000. Now, to go from emerald to emerald elite, you'll need 10,000 points. And if you stake for 1 year, you get a 50% bonus. So 10,000 times 1.5 gives you 15,000. So that's why I mentioned the bonus system. The bonus system basically is you get a bonus on your points for the longer you stake, right? Being a maximum of 50%, which that's what you get if you stake for 1 year, right? 365 days gives you the 50%. So to go from silver to gold, you don't need to get the full 5,000 coins. You could get 3,334. You stake it for a year, you multiply that by you multiply 3,334 by 1.5, and it gets you to 5,000 points, and now you're gold. Okay. Um, you will get really, really good allocations at this point, in my opinion, because it's a new launchpad, meaning that there's probably not as many people that are high tier. If you look at ChainGPT, it was hard to get a high tier in ChainGPT recently because Bitcoin was at 72K, and to get the highest tier in ChainGPT was like, 40, $50,000. I don't know the exact amount. You could look it up. But per dollar invested, the amount of allocation you would get would only be like $100 allocation. So you're investing almost $50,000 to get $100 allocation. So that, and again, these numbers are not exact. You could look up the exact numbers, but I want you to get the point that the best time to get launch pads is when no one wants them, right? It's because now you can get a high tier for less money, and then get a super duper high allocation at the same time because there are less people investing, there's less people to compete with. So the tier system on VIA, because it's brand new, is a great opportunity, and I think that the team will perform. They already have 4 projects within their silos that they're about to launch, right, for upcoming projects. This one says Cavance. Okay, we know what that one is. This one is Panomo. The other two, I don't see the names here, but the other two have $100,000 allocation each. Um, in comparison, DexCheck currently has projects that are 400,000 and 500,000 allocation, really big allocations. But that might be cut back soon, probably to 300,000, because the market is turned and less people are investing. But the time when you want to be buying is when less people are buying. You don't want to be buying when everyone is buying, because then you're paying a premium. You don't want to be the person that pays a premium. You want to be the person that buys it at a discount when no one wants it. So VIA is definitely a go. But I just wanted to reach out to you guys and let you know what's on my mind, and also to reply to your question of what's going on with VIA and what's going on with DexCheck, and are we still in a bull market? Because those would be my top concerns. If I saw that my portfolio fell 60% because of a market correction, absolutely, I would be concerned too. Um, but this is all part of the course. I don't feel anything's out of the ordinary. The only thing that changed this bull run is that we now have institutional investors investing into Bitcoin, or bringing an on ramp into Bitcoin through the ETFs. That's the only thing that changed. So, what effect will that have on the cycle? Well, we've already seen that Bitcoin ran up quickly to 72K, and it broke the 618 Fibonacci, and it has never done that in the past. It's never broken the 618 Fibonacci before the halving, and this time it has. So maybe we cool off for a while now, right? And we take it easy for a while before we go parabolic again. But it doesn't mean we won't go parabolic again. It just means that we're cooling off before we do. So when I see something like this, you look at the compounding, right? And you remember I talked about the boost. I said the word I used was bonus. The official technical term is boost. So you get a boost of 50% if you stake for 365 days, right? And then you get a boost of 25% for 180 days and 15% for 90 days, 11% for 45 days. You get no boost if it's only a monthly stake for 30 days. Now, the compounding is your APY. So this is the interest that you earn on your tokens. So you could earn a 29% interest on your tokens if you stake for 365 days, 20% at 180 days, 9.42% at 90 days, 5% at 45 days, and 3% for 30 days. So that would mean that if you stake for a year and you stake 100 tokens, at the end of the year, you'll have 129 tokens, 100, approximately 130 tokens. This does say APY, so it actually will be more than that because it's going to be super compounding. I think it depends on when the compounding happens. It says connect wallet here, claim your VIA bounty. So I guess the more people click on this, maybe it compounds more, I guess, right? So it'll probably be more than 30% because it's because the way compound interest works, it recompounds, right, on itself. So you'll be earning interest on the interest, right? So this first pool here is 85%, 83% full. This is a 29.68% compounding pool for 365 days. So this looks like it's going to be full soon, probably within a couple of weeks. At that point, they will probably make a new pool, but a new pool probably won't be 29% anymore. It'll probably be a little less, maybe 25%, which basically means these kind of things you want to get into them early because the later you get into them, the lower the compounding rate is and the lower the rewards is. And also the higher the price will be, right? So people are not buying VIA right now, and that's why the price is going down. And no one's going to buy VIA until everybody starts buying VIA. That's when they're going to start buying, right? So when the price keeps going down like this, no one's buying, everyone's selling. They're going to keep selling, 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 selling. Look at this candle here. We're on a daily. This is like a hammer candle. That's usually signifying a hammer candle to the downside. Dragonfly doji, reverse dragonfly doji to the downside. Sell candle, signifying that we have further downside coming. However, the next candle right here is green so far. This daily candle is green so far. So we will see, right? So the thing with trading and trading analysis is that it works with percentages. So most time it works how it's supposed to work, but it works until it doesn't work. That's one of my favorite quotes from George, right? George says that trading works until it doesn't work, or trading analysis. It works until it doesn't work. And that's why I'm not a trader, right? Because if I don't, I cannot go by that. The second thing is that 95% of traders lose. So I don't want to join something where the chance of losing is not that good. I do trade on the side because this is a great skill to have, wonderful skill to have in life in general. Skills are definitely a good thing. But I'm an investor. That's my primarily what I do is investing, and I'll trade on the side because my odds of winning in investing is a lot higher, especially when you know what you're doing, and it's less stressful. Who wants to look at a chart up and down of it? It's crazy, right? And then it works until it doesn't work, right? Like I mentioned, this was the first time Bitcoin broke the 618 before the halving, right? It's not supposed to do that, right? Because it works until it doesn't work. So let's not, I'm not going to put the majority of my faith in trading. Um, but that's pretty much how it is in a nutshell with VIA. To me, it seems like a no-brainer. I was going to do another video on Dex check. I mean, again, Dex check to me is just so obvious. Like they have historically performed well. They have already proven themselves. They have had 37x, 20x all time high returns Friends 41x, Script 7x, GT Protocol 32x. DChat was a 5x. DChat, by the way, is a bargain right now. I think it's like $1 now. It was at $8 at the high, so that's an 8x from the bottom, guys. VIA went up to 35x, and many, many, many projects that they've launched that are going to be the best projects for this bull run. One thing I can say, first of all, what is the price for DEX check right now? Um, let's see. Let's see what the price is. It's 0.0550. This is down about 70% from the highs. So if you don't buy now, you're probably never going to buy. Or I shouldn't say that. If you don't buy now, you're probably going to buy the top. That's so mean. Well, not the people who watch this channel, of course not. But a lot of people are going to be doing that. If you want to find out when I'm buying, what prices I'm buying for, which cryptos I'm buying and at what prices, and what my strategies are, feel free to join my Patreon. We have a tremendous team of people, a lot of smart investors, and things are going the way that we expect them to be going, according to plan. We had kind of expected a pullback in the market. We didn't know when, we didn't know to what level it's going to pull back at. But it's kind of obvious. If you've been going up from 15,500 to 72K, and we're right near the halving, and we usually have a 30-40% pullback around the halving, then we expect to pull back around the halving, right? And this was not like, it's not really that surprising, guys. I mean, we were kind of due a pullback. We were getting a little bit frothy, and it's better that we have a pullback now, because if we don't, anything that goes straight up comes straight back down like a rocket, and we don't want that. We want a steady, smooth ride. We want a smooth ride as we ascend to Valhalla. That's what we want to do. And of course, there's going to be pullbacks, but we want those pullbacks to be like turbulence in a jet, right? So we're over here, we're calm, we're stoic, we're making good decisions, and we're accumulating when others are not, right? We're contrary to market sentiment, right? People are saying things like, this is a scam, the token's dumping, it never goes up. When I see comments like that, I don't reply. I just click buy. That's all I do. I don't reply. I just accumulate in the shadows. That's all I do. I just and if you look at the rate of degradation, of shame, of humiliation, if you look at the rate that is coming down, it's a steep, not a steep right here. Can we go sideways a little bit, then dump? Of course we can, guys. I'm not Nostradamus. Of course that could happen. And if we do, I'll buy a little more. And that's all. But if I do, then I become Emerald Elite. That's the phrase, right? That's a phrase they have in the launchpad. If that happens, I become Emerald Elite. So I don't, either way I win, you know? All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Right? So either way I win. Um, Looking at the crypto bubbles, they're starting to wake up. But if you look at the weekly and the monthly, you'll see nothing but red. Um, so it's to be expected, guys. We're not even surprised at this point. You know, we're seasoned. We know what we're doing, and we've been accumulating, and it's completely cool. Because when the market comes back, we're up 100x. Because all we do is win, 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 no matter what. And every time we step into the building, they go up. All right. Have a terrific day, guys. It's been golden. Crypto.XL.